Well, hello everyone. I am Bernadette L. Harris. I'm the Efficient CEO and the founder of this Facebook group, the Efficient CEO Movement, where we're working to keep small businesses in business. I am the president, CEO, and a forensic accountant at By the Book Accounting, or the BTB Advisory Firm, and we work primarily with 6 and 7 figure businesses and helping them to increase their profits as well as their efficiency. And so in this group, we are working with business owners, helping them to maybe get to that level, or for those that are not at that level, who are at that level to get to the next level. So tonight is the first session of our lives, and I said I wanted to come back live. And the topic that we're going to talk about tonight is finishing 2022 strong. And the reason that I wanted to talk about it is because I hear a lot of people when September rolls around, people say stuff like 2023, that's going to be my year, or next year is going to be this, or next year I'm going to do that. And I want to say to those who are saying those things, don't scrap 2022 because the year is not over. We still have 4 more months. And so if you haven't reached your goals for 2023, you still have time to reach your goals. So the first thing that I wanted to share with you is don't scrap this year. 4 months is 1/3 of the year. That is significant. That would be like if you had a pizza and you threw it away after you've eaten 2/3 of the pizza. You're not going to do that. And if your kids do that, you're going to punish them, right, for doing that. So don't throw away the year just because it's September, you haven't reached your goals, or the things that you said that you were going to do in January, you haven't done them yet. That's not a reason for you to stop, right? So we're going to not scrap 2022 and recognize that you still have 4 more months to get your stuff done. So that's the first tip. Don't scrap 2022. I'm sorry. Yeah, 2022. I'm getting so confused because the pandemic feels like it was just one whole year. I mean, 2 years was like one whole year, right? So the second thing that I wanted to share, or the second tip that I want you to share is I want you to reassess your goals, right? So think about the goals that you had at the beginning of the year, the things that you said that you were going to accomplish in the beginning of the year. I want you to reassess those things. Be honest with yourself, right? And so this is the time for you to take a look and see, what did you say that you were going to do in January? Or did you have financial goals that you said that you were going to meet in January? And so whatever those financial goals were, let's reassess. Where are you with those goals? So if you said you were going to make a certain amount of money for 2022, how far off are you? And once you've reassessed those goals, then we can kind of figure out what still needs to be done. So that's the first part, right? Reassess your goals. When it comes to marketing, did you have a marketing plan? Did you have ideas or things that you were planning to do to market your business, to get the word out about your business? Did you do those things? Be honest. How much of it did you do, right? Sometimes we say that marketing isn't working, or social media doesn't work, but then you have to ask yourself, like, what did you actually do? Did you actually do what you said you were going to do? What are some of your operational goals or efficiency goals, time management goals, right? How are you doing with time management? Are you one of those people who say you need more time in the day? Or are you actually utilizing the time that you actually have? So the second tip is to really reassess your goals. And that's a matter of taking a look at what you said you were going to do, right? And then saying, how far off am I? What did I do? What did I not do from that? So that's the second tip, right? The third one, this one is not that sweet, but now you got to own it, right? So you didn't reach your financial goals. You're not close. Why? Or why not? Why aren't you close to your financial goals? Is it because you didn't do what you said you were going to do? Or is it because your goals weren't realistic? Was there some type of a change? What part of that do you own? What part of you not reaching those goals is because of you? It is very, very easy to say, oh, it's the pandemic, or it's the economy, or it's this, or it's that. But how much of it can you own yourself? How much of it is because you didn't do what you said you were going to do? You didn't stick to your budget. And so that's the reason why you didn't reach your financial goal. Or you didn't do what you said you were going to do for marketing, and that's the reason why you didn't reach your financial goal. Or maybe it's because you have stuff on your plate that you shouldn't even have on your plate, right? And so a part of owning it also means that you are assessing yourself to see, are there things on your list that you're not good at? Things that you shouldn't be doing in the first place, right? And so this is that ouch moment where you recognize that I'm not really that good at this. So I'm not really good at keeping my books. So why don't I hire an accountant? I'm not really good at marketing. So why don't I hire a marketing strategist? I'm not really good at whatever, fill in the blank. Why don't I hire somebody to take care of that? And a lot of times people don't want to hire because they think that they can't afford to. And maybe you can't, but I want you to think about it like this. And this is something that I work with a lot of my coaching clients through, is when you're thinking about hiring somebody to do a certain task. When you're hiring this person to do this task, you think, is this task going to generate income for your business? Meaning, when this person does XYZ, will it make money for your business? And if it makes money for your business, will it make more than what you're having to pay this person to do? So for instance, I coach a lot of attorneys, and sometimes I have attorneys that are solo practitioners, meaning that it's just a one-man show. They might have an assistant, but that's it. And they know that they need to get some help. They need a paralegal, right? But they're like, I don't know if I can afford to hire a paralegal. And when we actually work through it and we actually look at it and see that they'll be able to build this paralegal out for X number of dollars, and it's probably half or less than what they're paying the paralegal, can you afford not to? Right? So you want to think about it from that perspective. For me, when I hire someone to do something, whether it's in my personal life or in my business, I always think about the fact that, one, they're going to be doing something that is billable for me, or they are going to free me up so that I don't have to do it and I can do something that is billable. And so you want to think about it like that when you're thinking about when you're owning the parts of your goals that you didn't reach, and you're doing your self-assessment, you figure out the parts that you're just not good at, right? Then you look at how can you get help doing those things, and will that help you to generate income? So I hope that helps somebody. The last tip that I have, and then I'm going to go to the comments and see if we have any questions. So if you have questions, go ahead and type them in there. But the last tip that I have is, now that you have decided not to scrap the year, right? You've reassessed your goals. So you took a look at where you said you were going to be, where you actually are, and you've owned your part in either reaching or not reaching those goals. Now it's time to plan. And this plan, maybe you got to create a new plan, right? So initially you said you were going to do X, Y, Z. It's September. You haven't done it yet. And so now what do? What is the plan to getting that? Map it out. Write it down, right? And be very, very intentional about making sure that you get it done. We got 4 months, guys. So this is an opportunity for you to finish the year strong and reach those goals that you said that you wanted to reach. So the question that I want to leave you with is, what will you have to do to reach your goals? Based on the goals that you set at the beginning of the year, what do you have to do, right? And so this may be something where you have to ask yourself, what will I have to give up to reach those goals? What am I going to have to give up in order to accomplish the things that I said that I was going to accomplish? Or you may have to ask a really hard question. Who do I have to become to reach those goals? And I always say that if I don't have what I want to have, it's because I'm not who I need to be, right? And so I say it another way, right? In order for you to have something different, you have to be something different. right? And so sometimes that means that we may have to give up some things. It means that we may have to do some things that we don't necessarily do or normally do. So it may mean watching less TV, reading more books, listening to more podcasts. I don't know what it is. But I know that if you haven't reached your goals, if you haven't done the things that you said that you were going to do in 2022 yet, then it is because you haven't become the person that you need to be. So I hope these tips help you guys as you're starting to think about how you're going to finish the year strong. I appreciate you being here with me today. I told you I was not going to keep you long, but I hope it was worth it. Whatever I pulled you away from, I hope that it was worth it for you. So I'm going to scroll down and take a look at the comments, see if we have any comments in here, and then we're going to wrap it up. So no comments, no questions. I just see hellos. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys being here. And like I said, I'm coming back every week, but it's going to be short. Thinking I'm going to call this like my 15 minutes of fire, right? I don't know. What y'all think about that name? 15 minutes of fire. Let me know in the comments. And I will see you next week. Have a great one.